Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Forget We Said That. My name is Relytan.
I'm Alyssa Riot.
And I'm Legion Lion.
Today, we were thinking about doing I guess it's like sports and also maybe movies, and I guess that's kind of what we talk about a lot, at least the movie part on this podcast.
We do.
Yeah, we kind of do, and I think we have some other little topics to talk about as well. But I thought maybe we'd start off with some sports talk. I don't know exactly. I know we were going to talk about sports movies. I guess that's first. I don't know how into it you guys are. I mean, I'm a big sports fan, but I don't know how many sports movies I'm like in love with. It's kind of hard to say for me. I might have to think about this for a few minutes.
Yeah, it's funny. I think some of my favorite sports movies are baseball movies.
I was just going to say that, like Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah.
I remember that one. And then, what's that one where they go, oh, if you build it, they will come? What movie is that?
Field of Dreams.
That one.
Field of Dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. They had a Field of Dreams game not too long ago, maybe a couple years ago now, where they literally played in a cornfield. It was pretty cool. I think the White Sox played in that one. I think it was White Sox and Yankees, but don't quote me on that one. It was definitely White Sox, though. Yeah, it was interesting. I forgot. I don't know if somebody hit a home run into the corn or not, but that's pretty funny.
You don't know how much people like call in and be like, "Hey, which channel is the Dodgers on? Which channel are the Dodgers on? Dodgers."
Well, I'm so glad. I hope they were watching tonight because that was awesome. 16-0 Cubs. I know this is gonna come out in a few, not when this is old news, but that
in May probably.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, remember that? Oh, that was such a bad day. Or maybe there's some Cubs fans in here. I'm a Cubs fan, by the way. I don't know if anybody knows that listening.
I just know that everyone in my office is all about the Dodgers. Dude. Like, one guy has his whole cubicle with, like, a big Dodgers flag.
Oh, yeah, he told me about that. He probably called in to me. Probably like, what channel's on? What channel's on?
Yeah. I was like, oh, man, I wish Alyssa was, like, working today or whatever, or yet tomorrow, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because then she could shit-talk the Dodgers fans. I would have had you record them.
Whatever, man, whatever.
On Aqua's behalf.
Yeah. Still better than the Cubs.
Just FaceTime real quick.
Yeah, dude. I wanted to shit talk them so bad, dude. I mean, I could go on about that game. There was like one time when the bases were loaded and some Dodger made an amazing catch in this game in like the second inning, and I was so mad. I don't know. I was just so pissed at the Dodgers, and it was so cathartic to score 16 on them.
You're like, damn, that was a good catch.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly what went through my mind. But anyway, yeah, that was a fun game. Yeah, I was gonna have you record. Yeah. Hey, how about those Cubs? You would say to the guy, and with everything, all the Dodgers stuff on his desk. How about them Cubbies?
He throws everything
just
off.
Like quickly ship her like Cubs memorabilia, have her wear it all out.
Yeah, dude.
Walk
dude,
to them.
I'm gonna turn her kids. I'm gonna turn her kids into Cubs fans. Screw it.
Oh, they would be into it. They'd be like, "What is it? All right, let's wear it."
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see. Well, I'll come down there with a bunch of merch.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's basically my plan for assimilating as the Hawaiian culture is just bringing you like food.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, maybe Hawaii, I should go there.
I mean,
Not that it wouldn't be a bad place to visit, but just like, maybe I'm more enticed to go there now that I know the candy's good. That's how I lure you down.
And I indoctrinated Legion into Chicago culture with the deep dish. So.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
a believer, man.
I'm a
believer.
A deep believer. That didn't make sense.
Believer of the deep.
The deep, go deep.
I do want to go out there. I've only ever been in the airport, and all I remember is how freaking cold it was there.
Well, yeah, it's been cold here, too. This is unseasonably cold. Luckily, I never go outside.
Good thing for me, I don't need a jacket, because I'm inside.
I am in the basement. Not really, but I might as well be. Anyway. Oh, speaking of the Cubs, okay, segueing back, we love our tangents. Rookie of the Year is a great movie. That's Cubs centric.
Okay.
Because that's
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year is I don't know if Alyssa knows. You might like that because it's a kid who like gets
Sounds familiar.
It's an arm. A kid gets an arm injury. He's like 12 years old, and he like injures his arm and like something, and then it heals up, and all of a sudden he's like a like he can throw like 100 miles per hour from the bleachers right
Dang.
down the plate. So like the Cubs sign him. It's really funny. And I forgot who plays the manager. I should just look this up. But
Yeah, sure.
he's really good in it. He's like a classic comedy actor.
Yeah, there's also Major League. I love that movie. It is still like one of my favorite like sports movies ever.
Oh yeah.
It's got like Charlie Sheen. It's got Wesley
Yeah.
Snipes. I'm trying to think who else was in that movie.
Yeah,
But legit, like I think I don't know how you feel about it, Aqua. But a lot of like professional like baseball players like still like Major League is like one of their favorite like baseball movies.
Yeah. I'm not really. I think as a kid I always got Major Leagues and like Angels in the Outfield like mixed up. I think I actually did like Angels in the Outfield better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean there was like a long like stream like of just baseball movies coming out, right? Like even like The Natural. Like, let's talk about like that movie. That whole movie, like, it makes me cry at the end when he like hits that.
Yeah,
and he hits it like into like the lights and like you see the sparkles come down and as he's doing his like home run rock. I was like, oh my god.
The Natural.
It was like Robert Redford, right? I think who played the actor in The Natural.
Yeah. I think I also got that confused with Field of Dreams as a kid a lot. They all blend together.
Yeah,
like, I was a kid.
There's like a long stint of just baseball movie like every year.
I was probably just
wonder why
absorbing.
baseball.
What's that?
I wonder why baseball was such a,
Yeah, well, it's pretty easy to make like a movie out of it because like each thing just happens. Like for football, it's so fast paced that you have to like fake it, right? Like in a movie. But in baseball, you can just shoot the movie and it honestly just basically looks like a regular game because you can like make it look like they're playing good baseball. You can just drop a ball into their mitt and be like, he caught it! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Well, like in your opinion, Aqua, like what makes for like a good baseball movie? Would you say like what elements has to like exist for it to like actually like be like stand out and make something memorable?
I mean, probably just. As a fan, you have to capture that like, you have to accurately capture like the mood and like the culture, I guess. Like, I don't know. You have to kind of, you have to know the real subtle things. Do you know what I mean? Like, just like how they do. Like, I don't know. Like, for instance, pitchers never step on the foul line. You know what I mean? It's just bad luck. It's bad. What do you call it? Mojo? Wait, what? No, juju.
Yeah, bad juju.
Yeah. Like, so little things like that. I don't know, story-wise, obviously you probably have to have, like, an underdog story. There's probably, just like the Dodgers would make a horrible movie at this point. They're such a powerhouse. I'm just a Dodger hater just recently. I don't know, I just feel like it today.
That's all right.
Yeah, no, I know you don't care. You said, go Cubs, I think. That's what you said.
Yeah, I was like, I think the C is for Cubs, but if I'm wrong, I'm going to be mad. I was like, if this is Chiefs for some reason.
The Chiefs,
like,
it was the Chiefs that beat the Dodgers.
Bro, she said like go Bears. Would that still be okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so.
Wrong
Cubs.
sport.
I mean,
but same city.
You say people call Cubs the baby bears a lot, so you're good.
The baby bears.
Okay.
I didn't want to be wrong.
You could say the C, and then, well, to be fair, you would be somewhat okay. Let's see. You could confuse the Reds logo because they have a C that almost looks exactly like the Bears C because they're the Cincinnati Reds. So you know what I mean.
Got it.
So it's like this. I don't know. You'd know if you saw it, but it's just like this stylized C, and it almost looks just like the Bears. But the Cubs, they have a nice round C. It's very nice.
So I was right. Thank God.
Man, score one for Alyssa.
Yeah, score one for me.
Mm-hmm. Score 16 for the Cubs.
I know. I was like, oh shit. I think Aqua's happy about this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I posted it and said,
are we celebrating? I'm not sure.
Damn it.
I should look up some movies because I'm trying to think of what else makes for a good.
Ooh, A League of Their Own.
movie.
That's
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
That's
Tom
funny.
Hanks.
You're right. That's good because that was the Rockford Peaches, which is very near where I live. In fact, I go there a lot, especially when I need some cannabis.
Yeah, dude. It's Rosie O'Donnell's in it. Tom Hanks. I think Christina Ricci. Madonna.
Yeah, that's a really good one, actually. Yeah. I forgot about that. See, I don't know. They all blend together, and I'm like I say, I don't even like sit down and watch a lot of sports movies, but it is good to talk about, and they are some really good ones. It's just one of those things that I don't think about that often.
Was that Jimmy Fallon movie, Fever Pitch, with Drew Barrymore?
Yep.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
About the Red Sox. Yeah.
Yep.
I had to think about that for a sec. Yeah, about the Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
Like his just obsession with.
Well, yeah,
because he had like I believe like the Fallon. I believe like the plot was like that like his uncle like got him into baseball, but he had like lifetime like seasonal tickets and some good seats, and so he just like went to like every game.
Yeah.
One of my favorite lines in that movie is like, and then in that moment, his uncle turned him into one of God's most pathetic creatures, a Red Sox fan.
Well, that was shot like, I don't know, right around the time, maybe the year before they won the World Series, because they were like a cursed franchise, and the Cubs were too at that point.
Yeah.
And yeah, it had been like 80 something years since the Red Sox had won. They finally won it in 2004. And then the Cubs.
Oh yeah, that might have been around the time.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
And the Cubs won in 2016. So.
Ayo.
And the Cubs hadn't won for 100 and how many? Wait, 19. I forgot now. 100 and like 1 years. Wait, what? 108 years. Yeah, it was 108 years. 1908, and then 2016.
So not too long.
That's why I give you guys a lot of credit. You team sports fans. Seeing your dude lose for that long and still keeping the faith is crazy.
You kind of just, I mean, I'm going through that with the Bears right now. They haven't won since '85, and I'm still watching like every game.
Girl, please.
Yeah, I know. They finally look like they might.
In my lifetime.
I know. It's
win.
like, I missed it by like 5 years. It's like fuck me. And even then, I guess I missed it by more since I wouldn't even remember it. I guess I kind of remember the Bulls last championship, but we were vacationing in Florida with my parents and my dad's side of the family. We were at Disney World, and I was falling asleep in the bed while the Bulls won. So I saw it, but I was like sleeping.
Yeah, but Bulls had an era though. They had like a good era with Jordan was
I
there.
just couldn't appreciate
you guys
it
had
very
like
much.
a dynasty basically.
I was like 5 years old, 6 years old. I was like, I don't understand.
It's okay.
Slept on.
You learned to appreciate it in Space Jam.
Yeah, Space Jam. I was gonna say that's a good one.
Oh, I was obsessed with Space Jam. I was very.
My brother was too.
Yep, that's a great suggestion.
Is that a good movie or is it just nostalgia? I haven't watched it again, but
you haven't watched it.
I'm trying to.
In
a long time.
I think I think it has a great.
I think it's a good movie.
Yeah, I think it's great. Like it's a bit of it's a cool storyline. Very strange, but like it's MJ he lost his juice or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Lost his mojo. There you go. Now I can use mojo.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
They stole the powers.
And you reminded me when you were talking about the Jimmy Fallon movie. Oh yeah, Fever Pitch. But it kind of reminded me because you said he was going to all the games. But in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, he went to a Cubs game.
Oh yeah, he did.
And he got like, I don't know, I forgot what had happened. Like the principal saw him on the screen. He like caught a foul ball or something.
Yeah, and then so like he ran over to see if he was like actually sick.
Yeah. It's like yeah, he had to run home. So that's sort of a sports kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about the longest yard? Nelly.
Oh, switching to football.
Yeah, right. Well, I was kind of looking at a list. Yeah, I was gonna say Happy Gilmore. There's a good one.
Happy Gilmore's a great one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Longest yard. Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I can't even remember like the plot of it. It's like I guess they got the longest yard. I guess they did it.
Adam Sandler got arrested, and then he went to like prison, and then like the warden was like, "Hey, if you want to play like football against my security guards." The only reason I remember this is because I remember like one summer, me and my friend watched it every day, and not even joking. We watched that movie
yard?
every single day. I have no idea. I think it was the only DVD we had like around.
Fuck.
And that and like Shaun of the Dead. Like we would switch between both. like because there was like a lot of swearing in Shaun of the Dead, but there wasn't so much in like Longest Yard, so we just had to like switch between both.
Does
Shaun of the not get caught?
Does Shaun of the Dead count as a cricket movie?
There was some sports equipment used against zombies in that movie, so you know we could sort of count it as that. But that was a pretty good movie. Oh. Shoot, Chris Rock died in that movie.
Oh man.
Yeah, blown up. Oh, that was so like out of nowhere too.
Benchwarmers.
It's so dramatic.
I was trying to remember.
Benchwarmers. Benchwarmers. Bad News Bears.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
Are we looking at the same list now?
I'm just unlocking core memories over time as we're speaking more.
I'm not good. I have Alzheimer's, so.
What about Ace Ventura: Pet Detective? Because technically the dolphins are in that one.
Oh, that's true.
I'll take it.
That is true. That is part of the main plot of that movie.
Dolphins. Oh yeah. Well then, was it The Naked Gun? That had O.J. Simpson in it.
Oh no.
Was it it was one of those. Now we're talking about obscure sports. Oh yeah, or Airplane with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, I got one that's technically a sport, but it's a comedy as well. Kingpin with Woody Harrelson, where he's bowling.
Oh,
that counts.
Yeah, that one's one of my favorites.
Oh, I forgot about this. I don't think I ever watched this, but it's very baseball centric. Actually, it probably explain a lot of things. Moneyball.
Yeah.
A good one. I don't know if I've ever watched it completely, but I probably should because, like, sabermetrics are pretty fascinating. And it's crazy that people weren't looking at it until then.
Yeah, I do like movies that are sports movies, but they're about like the background stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like, I forgot that one football movie, but it was basically like about the drafting basically for like professional teams and like how that like plays out.
Sure. It's so complicated.
Yeah, like Jennifer Gardner, I think in it, and I totally forgot what it was called. But yeah, I always found that like super fascinating how strategy goes into like which players you pick, like which ones you let go, like how do you make like players like seem like not as good so people don't pick them, but you can pick them like later on in your draft. It was like fascinating to me.
I think Moneyball has a lot of that, right? Like just like this guy's stats and what he does and whether or not you want to keep him or move on to someone who might have like a lower batting average, but you know what? When they hit, they don't hit ground balls. Like that's like the worst thing. If you're a ground ball hitter, it's like so bad. You want someone who hits fly balls, unless they hit ground balls to actually go through, which is possible. And then nowadays it's even crazier. People are looking at exit velocity, like right off the bat, like how fast it's going, and it's like that's like a major stat. Like you have to look at like if someone's softly hitting it, it might be okay, but you want that hard hit.
How much stake do you actually put in that though, Aqua? Like as like a fan, like watching, how much stake do you put in those stats?
I'm not the biggest stat guy. It's a lot, I would, but the more and more people are making them more understandable. There's some good, how do I call it? Some good YouTubers that explain it pretty well. So I'm starting to understand more and more. But I would say definitely, there's definitely stats that matter a lot, and you wouldn't think it at first. And sometimes it doesn't matter for one player, but it does matter for another. So, depending on what you want them to do, if they have a good eye or something, like there's just so many factors. So I would say like as long as someone's like, if someone's being put in for a very specific reason, then it's like, oh yeah, they're really good in this spot because they have like a way to they're good at hitting the ball hard. It's like, oh yeah, that is a good person to put in. But yeah, it's hard to quantify. Oh, here's another one.
Because sometimes, like for MMA fighters, they're like, this guy hits like these punches at like a 30% average. I'm like, that does not mean fucking shit.
Well, sometimes. 30% average is perfect for hitters in baseball. I mean, like the best hitters hit about 3 out of 10 balls. So it's like, well, there you go. It's a tough sport, baseball. That's why they go so deep into the stats. Plus, it's so easy. Like it's a perfect sport for stats because, like each at bat is its own little thing. Like in a football play, there's like 22 different people doing different things. And it's hard to like be like, well, that's great because it depends on so much. But like for for a baseball, it's like, one at bat, just one pitcher against one batter. You know what I mean? And you could just draw all the stats from that, and each inning is so like defined, right? So it's like it's easy to strategize. I feel like, although there's a lot of strategizing in all sports, obviously, but I guess it's just easier to quantify the stats, right? Like, oh, he threw this many strikes and this many balls, and this guy hit this many things. He did this many foul balls, and he hit this one hard and this one soft, and it was here in the strike zone and there in the strike zone. But it gives me a headache if I think about it too much.
Yeah, I'm like, who won? Just tell me who won.
I know. That's kind of what I feel like. Sometimes I just like let my brain go, and then, or like if I just miss a game, I'm just gonna look at the score. Even just last night, the Cubs lost to the Dodgers 3-0, and I like missed it. I was like sleeping, and I was like, oh, I don't care that I missed that. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
True. Speaking of baseball, Sandlot.
Oh God.
Oh,
yeah.
Jeez.
Speaking of Dodgers. That kid always had a Dodger hat.
Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
Oh, God. I had such a crush on him when I was a kid.
Me
Benny.
You gotta run the beast. That movie is so good. It just has such good feel-good moments all around.
Yeah. I hear that one a lot.
And like James Earl Jones in it. He's only there for like 10 minutes, but he's like one of the best parts of the movie is just him explaining his time with Babe Ruth.
I might be making this up, but I almost feel like I heard that like most baseball players, like that's their favorite movie.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Also, that's what I wished my summers were like all the time as a kid.
I know. I wish
it was like play a couple pickup games with your friends and then just fucking around for the rest of the day.
I didn't have like enough friends. I didn't have like a big group, like 9 kids, or even I only had like, you know what I mean, like a couple, and like a lot of times we weren't all playing together, so it was hard to put a baseball game together with like 2 or 3 friends.
Right, it's so hard to like gather that much people like one place, even if we're like all like biking like from like house to house or like neighborhood to neighborhood. It was like so hard to like get people together to like do like a game and all that. But that's why I wish like my summer was like that. We were all like, it was like fucking scorching hot, but we're still like fucking playing like we're playing some sort of game like football or baseball. Then we go to the pool and then we like go to the fair at night. I'm like, oh my god, that's like my perfect summer.
That was my neighborhood when I was in elementary school, except we were out on our rollerblades and we had a street hockey set up in the street. And I remember always like, God, every 5 minutes, car. Having to move.
That's like the Canadian experience.
Yeah.
Speaking of...
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to say, speaking of hockey movies, Miracle, about the 1980...
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, 1980 Olympic hockey, USA hockey team that beat the Russians. It was crazy. Oh.
I remember the Mighty Ducks.
Oh, yeah,
That's a hockey one.
Yeah, Mighty Ducks.
Yeah,
sorry,
that was a good one.
You were telling some story about your... I interrupted.
Oh, I was just reminiscing about the neighborhood. There was... we had bikes, too, and that's when BMX was, like, hella, picking up popularity. And there was, like, a field by our house, and they had made these huge dirt mountains. Somebody's dad, had done it, and we were just fucking on our bikes all the time.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I was like, I want to do that because I was watching it on TV, but there were no female BMX riders, and so my brother had me convinced that I couldn't do it because I was a girl.
True.
So I was like,
really?
Yeah. I should have kept doing it because you should have seen my ass out there, standing up on my seat, bouncing off the handlebars and shit. Oh my god, I loved it.
Dude, we had a few girls in our group who were down to just get like scraped up because we always would when we were out and about. Because I couldn't afford any pads and stuff like that, so we wound up just kind of duct taping cardboard to our knees and elbows as we went out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that could work. I mean, I don't know. You don't need anything too fancy.
Well, it depends how much speed you have going before you hit the floor
on the asphalt. I've got scars all over my knees.
Same here.
It's funny, my ex-boyfriend from when I was 14, he was just posting on Facebook the other day, there was a picture of a metal scooter, and he had said, oh my god, just looking at this, it makes my shins hurt. And I was like, oh, what about me, you asshole? I was like, I still have scars up all over my knees, because he had a motor scooter, and we tied a rope to it, and then one to like a regular, metal razor scooter, and we were flying, and then I don't know what happened, but it like jerked me, and we were going really fast, and so like I was running after I got knocked off of it, and then I finally just slid on the asphalt with my knees. My knees were just gashed open.
Yeah. I fell off like a merry-go-round in a playground, and like I think I still have some pebbles in my elbow, but that was nothing compared to like asphalt on your knees going hard like that. That would be awful.
My jeans were ripped open. I was bleeding. I remember like having my palms on my knees and walking to his mom's house, and she was like, "Oh my god!" She's like, "Get in the bathtub. Let me clean out my wound." She had me all bandaged up. It hurt, man. It took forever to heal because it's my knees. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. And it's bad, like, because I've had that. It's bad where, like, the skin that came off, and now it's just, like, white, like, pale white, because it just took, like, a chunk off. You're like, not damn.
Yeah, because scrub the gravel.
Yeah, I just remember, like, getting, like, the alcohol and just, like, pouring it on there. Like, god damn it.
It hurts. Yeah, it hurts so bad. She's like, let me get it clean. I was like, no. She had it all bandaged. It hurt so bad. We were always fucking around on that motor scooter. Like, he had like some gas powered thing, and we would ride like 45 minutes out towards like the foothills, right? And I remember we were going down this like crazy desolate country road, and then we were going downhill, and this dog starts chasing us, and he was like, I'm holding onto his waist. It's a like one person scooter, and this dog's gaining on us, and we have to flip around and go back up the hill, and he was like trying to bite my feet. I was like,
damn, you had your own Sandlot moment there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to write a movie.
It was scary. But yeah, anyway.
Damn, I can't believe he had like a gas powered like motor scooter. That's crazy.
Yeah, he had all kinds of shit in his garage, but we were always dicking around, because I mean, so like 14 years old, it was summertime, and we were like, all right, it's early in the morning, let's gas up the scooter. We had a gas tank like bungee cord to the back, and I would hold onto his waist, and we would just like ride out to the foothills.
Hell yeah.
It was fun.
True, I miss when I had that much energy. Where you're like, I'm gonna take a bus to the beach right now, guys. Like, it's like 6 in the morning. Like, let's all go.
Didn't bring snacks, just let's go. We stopped at a Johnny Quick, I think, and got drinks, and that was it. But we were like, fucking whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, we're like, there's water fountains at the beach. We're fine.
We're fine.
I think we have like $3. We could probably like share like half this 7-Eleven burrito.
Yeah, exactly. That's yep.
That's good.
Times.
It was some good times.
Looking at more. Oh yeah.
I felt more invincible then. Now, if I got those same injuries, I'd be like, I'm out for the next 2 weeks, guys.
Being stranded anywhere would
Using
give
all my
me a
sick
panic
time.
attack.
How are we so okay, like, being little, being stranded? Like, I didn't have a cell phone back then. I was, like, literally, like...
Yeah.
It's literally like, I'll find my way back somehow. Even though I'm, like, like, 20 miles away from home.
You got there somehow, you can get back.
Exactly, and that was the thing. I didn't have a phone either, and my mom didn't know where the fuck I was. Nobody knew where we were. We took off before anyone was awake, so anything could have happened to us.
Me and my friend were stupid one time. They were clearing land somewhere for I think now there's like a grocery store there and some other buildings and like a bank, but it was kind of in the middle of a cornfield, and me and my friend would always like run around this cornfield. Honestly, it was like 2 different cornfields, but like could have just been one really, and we would always be there or around the nearby church. I mean, it was right behind my house anyway, basically. But they were clearing land, and there was this gigantic pile of dirt. I mean, like huge. You know what I mean? Like I don't know how to explain it, but it was like a small hill worth of dirt, and
jackpot.
And and me and my friend would just kind of walk around there. We'd climb it. We'd be on top. We'd be here. It was just fun. And one time there was like an actual guy like out there doing work on it. And he was putting dirt on the pile. and he was like in a huge construction vehicle. I don't know, probably some sort of dozer or whatever the hell. And like, and at one point, I guess he saw us. He got out, and me and my friend like hid somewhere. And we were, I don't know. I don't think he actually saw us, or he was just like,
"Don't let the dirt man see us."
Well, right. And
it's old man Jenkins. He's gonna get us.
He was. I mean, he's just some poor construction worker, and like he was worried that like he was gonna fucking bury a kid or something, or run him over.
Hey guys, be careful.
Yeah,
and
be careful.
like,
Basically,
oh
I think he
God.
did say it. Like, I think he even if he didn't see us, he was like, "Okay, be careful," or like, "Don't," like I don't know, stay back, or don't be here right now. And I think we did eventually. We were like, yeah, that's kind of that he has a point. I think. So me and my friend just for that day, I just like moved on. But like, man, I feel bad. I feel bad for that guy now. I want to apologize to him. So I'm doing it right now.
Figure out, maybe you can figure out where he is. Do you know
Send
him, man?
Because I could imagine myself in that position. It's like I am not going to be the one who like fucking kills a kid.
Yeah, I'd turn off that vehicle for a while and be like, all right, you guys need to clear on out of here.
Yeah. I think
y'all want to drive?
Yeah, come on, you want to learn how to
Yeah, maybe you should. Learn you something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how kids get like 12 years experience on the job before they apply
starting
for
at 12 years old, exactly.
Sitting on someone's lap and fucking bulldozing a building.
God.
I always thought that was a joke. I always thought that was a joke, but yeah, legit, like, some stores you'd be just seeing, like, their kids who, like, they should be, like, in their third grade class right now, but they're, like, running the register like, for their family business.
Family business.
Yeah.
I know, but in Wisconsin, I think I'd mentioned this already, Wisconsin kids can work. You'll see them at the Culvers sometimes, like these 15-year-olds, it's just a fast food place. So
crazy.
Culvers is awesome if you ever get one wherever you live. It's delicious. But it's based in Wisconsin, and I don't think they really expand too quickly. It's great though.
That's pretty cool.
But anyway, I was
speaking of child labor.
Yeah, speaking of child
labor.
Excuse me. I guess another bowling movie, The Big Lebowski. There you go.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
The dude.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a good one. Did you guys ever watch Basketball Diaries with Leonardo DiCaprio?
I know you did. I don't think I did.
No, I didn't. So
okay.
Of course, I was a fangirl because of like Romeo and Juliet, Titanic, whatever. I loved Leonardo DiCaprio. But my mom wouldn't let me watch that movie, and I didn't understand why.
Because it's
smut. I was like, Mom. Yeah, I was like, I found it at Blockbuster. I was like, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh my God, he's so cute. And my mom was like, no, you cannot watch that movie. And I found out later it's because he had done some sexual favors for drugs or something like that. And I still haven't watched it. And I don't know if I can. Like, I've seen clips where he's like, please give me some money. And he either sucks wiener for money or something like that because he has like a heroin habit. I know, right? Mm-hmm. No, I do it for free. You hear that, fellas?
I pay them.
I've only done it for free.
What is with this film art cover on the VHS where he just looks angry at the camera?
He's on heroin, Legion. He needs money. His mom won't give it to him. He's all, I need
basketball
$5.
is his only outlet for his emotions.
Yeah, he's like, I think he's in high school. I've only seen clips of it. He's like, I need $20. Just give me $20. And his mom's like, no, go away, because he's on drugs. And then it's insinuated that he does some favors with some old guy, sexual wise, and then he gets money for drugs, and he's like, but he keeps a diary the whole time. I don't know if it's a true story or not. Maybe.
Basketball Diaries?
Is it based on a true story, or is it based on a true story?
I don't know. It's based.
It's based.
What year was it?
I want to watch it though. Oh, it was in the 90s. Yeah. I'm not sure. 98
oh,
maybe?
Here it is. Yeah. Oh, I just saw it on the list.
95.
It's
95?
Yeah, I was born.
Oh, damn.
It's right next to Air Bud.
It's right next there, but as it should be.
It's really hard. You get those mixed up. They're almost the same movie.
Really nice.
Sometimes I gotta switch between Basketball Diaries and Air Bud to make myself feel
I know which one's which. I don't know what that. I don't know what that dog did for to get on the team, but I don't want to know.
Mm-hmm. Look, I just imagine doing all this only for Leo to get replaced by a fucking dog at the end.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? We didn't ask you to do those scenes, Leo.
Dog's better than you. Sorry. He's an amazing point guard.
God.
Yeah. He's a great point guard. That's good.
He's good with the fans.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other like sport.
Rudy.
Oh,
I love Rudy.
Yeah, jeez, I haven't thought about that in a while. I don't even hardly remember anything about
that
it.
one.
You're right, though. That's a good one.
I have to like it because like the main character is like very like short and small to be on a football team, but he makes it work anyway, and the team loves him by the end because he tries real hard.
And everybody clapped.
And everybody clapped. They stood up.
I should mention.
Actually, did
never
you know Rudy?
Actually,
Rudy.
yeah, that's what I remember. That's the only thing I remember.
You remember that?
I should mention.
Like the water.
I always
boy.
forget the actor's name, but it's like the guy who plays Samwise from Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Shoot, yeah, he's the Rudy
yeah.
in that movie.
He's one of those names you can't think of, and now you got me psyched out. I can't think of.
He's in Stranger Things too, right?
Man, for one season.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
And then he,
Sorry, guys.
and then he lived happily ever after.
When's the next season coming out? This year, right? Like freaking in September. For
I've
Stranger
only ever
Things?
seen the first season.
Damn, real?
Yeah.
You don't like it?
I liked it, but I have this thing where, like, if everyone around me is super into it, I'll stop watching it because people ruin things for me. I didn't watch Breaking Bad until way after it was done being filmed.
Done.
Yeah, because
Me too,
people
actually.
would not shut up about it.
I was like 2 years after it was like over. I watched it.
Yeah. I guess to be fair, I did watch Stranger Things when season 4 was about to come out. So yeah, I guess I was a little late to the train, but I guess I stayed away enough to like not be spoiled by stuff. And I do like it overall, just because it gives me like the Goonies, like what's it called? Like I guess like the what's that movie called? Anyway, like that boy group, like doing shit together, going on adventures. It gives me like that vibe.
Yeah, yeah.
And I miss movies and shows like that had that like same.
Stand by Me.
Yeah, Stand by Me. That's what I
almost
meant.
had it
Stand
too.
by Me.
God damn, so
That's
good.
a great movie.
Love it.
But yeah, I miss movies that have like that vibe when like
Me
that
too.
to get you a kid. Plus, I like the '80s. I was never part of that era. I've always like seen it from like rose-colored glasses from like music and like the style and like that. But I love like being like vicariously put into that setting as well.
Not to get all Drake up in here, but Millie Bobby Brown looks really good lately, so it might be worth.
She just turned 21.
Yeah, I know. I would never have said this years ago.
Is she married? Did I read that correctly?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I never was.
Yeah.
I mean, I was actually. I didn't even like. Only in the past like year, it's like, oh damn, she does. She's looking. I mean, she's definitely like
not to
getting
Drake,
out of her
that's
like she's doing her Disney thing where she's becoming like a little raunchier.
Oh yeah, it's like that Miley Cyrus era,
Miley
like
Cyrus
that can't
type
be
thing.
caged, trying to break out of the I don't know, the lack of a better term, the Disney girl act.
Right.
Yeah. She went full throttle, though.
Yeah.
I don't think she needed to do all that.
I don't think. I know what you mean. Millie's taking it maybe a little slower.
Yeah. I do
You gotta
love
go-
her, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pretty good. You ever listen to her music?
Hell yeah. Hell
I don't like
yeah.
it.
I never did. I know that.
I like some stuff
I
of hers.
know that
like covers.
I know that she has a dog shelter, so that's nice of her.
Yeah. She does a cover of Jolene that Amara and I like. And then she does a... Oops, sorry, my phone's ringing.
So I'm blowing you up.
I know, it's my brother, who knows that I record on Saturday nights,
he
but
would do
here
that.
he is. And I can tell you, if I answered right now, he'd be showing me his cats. He just...
And his chickens.
And his chickens. Yep, that's what he wants to talk about.
Lord.
But, fuck, what was I talking about? Stupid Gary. Thanks a lot, Gary.
You hear that, Gary? When you listen to
Hear that,
this,
Gary?
You ruined the show.
Fucking Gary. Just turn it off.
Yeah, no, I forgot.
Millie Bobby Brown music.
Millie Bobby
yeah.
Fuckity hell. What was I talking? Oh, Miley Cyrus. Anyways, she does a cover of Blondie's Heart of Glass. Oh my god, I love it so
I
much.
might have
It's
to.
if you look
I
it
do
up
love that
on
song.
YouTube, the live version. I guess now I'll have to link it because I'm talking
Yeah.
about it.
Mhm.
It's the live version. It's so good. Her rendition of it. I love it so much. I listen to it full blast in the
Oh.
car, like especially right now when it's nice outside. Windows down, volume
will
up.
say,
Miley Cyrus.
when I get like a little drunk, a lot of times I go on YouTube and just start watching old music videos, and
Yeah.
I almost always go to Blondie's Heart of Glass music video,
Yes, dude.
and she
I
looks
love
fucking
that
amazing,
song.
and she still actually
She
does.
does.
Weird. And she's
That was my favorite Just Dance song too.
Yeah.
Me and my friend Shrey, we do the whole thing.
so,
This is why we got to do karaoke. We just
Yeah.
got to get a few shots in both of you, and then we just start belting out some music.
for sure.
I can't sing
be
or
down.
dance in public. I don't
It
even
won't
know
be in
how
public.
Brandon.
Just be in a room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that I could maybe do.
I guess we have to go to South.
Brandon will
We have
do
to go
it.
to South Korea for that. So.
Yeah, there you go. Then we'll actually be good.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we could take like lessons up there too.
Shit.
Get like K-pop.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Watch, Brandon will do karaoke. You guys, I don't think you guys have heard him do karaoke yet,
I
huh?
think so.
No, I mean I heard him sing.
Yeah, you've heard him.
So-
Oh, in the car. Yeah.
Yeah, when we were driving to your graduation.
Yeah. What was he
Mhm.
singing?
Some deep soul.
Probably Music Soul Child.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was gonna say. Some soul. He would be a soul singer.
Yeah, he sings a bunch of stuff. He likes to sing Usher and all kinds of stuff. You guys will have to really hear him though. The next time you see him, hopefully he'll be able to come with us to Louisiana.
Hell yeah.
Come on, $1,000.
I know, Jesus, it's so expensive.
They don't know the lower.
I
behind
know.
that.
It's hard,
I just saw.
but yeah.
Here's a funny one. Joanna Man.
Oh,
That's basketball.
oh my God! I thought of one too. Another Woody Harrelson. White Men Can't Jump.
Okay. Yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, yeah, Woody Harrelson. He likes his sports movies. I was gonna say you could almost pick any Adam Sandler movie. Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Waterboy-
Yeah, a lot of them
Waterboy,
are sports related.
8 Crazy Nights.
That's.
I think that's a Christmas movie. Or,
Oh,
I
yeah,
guess
but
a
he
Hanukkah
plays
movie,
hockey, right?
technically. Yeah, Hanukkah.
Yeah, or- yeah.
Oh, yeah, he does play hockey, yeah.
But the old man, whatever. No, he's a basketball ref.
Oh,
that
oh.
little old
basketball.
man.
Oh, yeah. It's our basketball shoot. I got that mixed up.
Yeah.
I should
Well,
know
no,
this. I've watched that movie a million times,
Well,
too.
I think I think,
Jeez.
and this confuses me too sometimes. But like, was it Billy Madison? He uses a hockey stick, so sometimes that's.
That's right,
Mm-hmm.
guys. See, I'm telling you, I'm losing my mind.
Or not Billy
here.
Madison, but Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
Yes.
And then also,
Yeah,
They're-
Billy Madison's his production company, right?
Yes.
well, yeah, and
yes.
it's a movie, but I guess that doesn't have
And-
sports.
yeah.
Although they might go to a baseball game in Billy Madison.
Now,
know they do in-
wasn't Grown Ups based around them being in a basketball team?
Maybe. Oh, I don't think I actually. Eventually, I stopped
Big
watching.
Daddy, they go to baseball.
Yeah,
game, don't
Big
they?
Daddy. That might be what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Deeds, they go to a basketball game. Dude,
Dude,
Adam
no, I
Sandler
mean-
just
Oh,
wants to
that's
like make
right.
Adam
movies where he
Sandler
has
is a-
sports related shit.
I mean, Adam Sandler's a huge sports dude, so it makes sense.
Just so he can go to games
And like you
with
say,
his
yeah,
friends.
or he either shoots in a tropical island or in a basketball game.
Yep.
So he has to have sports involved, and he has to have been married to a hot woman too. Right?
Right,
Those
that
are
too.
like his two things he's got to have when he's making a movie.
And his wife is usually in the movie. She plays like an obscure character in each of the movies.
And Rob Schneider's got to be in there somewhere.
Of course.
Although
Yep.
for Jack and Jill, there's a story that he had Katie Holmes as his wife, so she had time to be away from Tom Cruise to start finalizing the divorce.
Escape the Scientology.
Yeah, so some people give Adam a lot of credit for that. Adam seems like a really cool guy.
He's so sweet. Every year on Mother's Day, he sends Jennifer Aniston flowers because she was never able to have a baby.
Oh,
Yeah. Sweetest dude.
Yeah,
Ugh,
that is kind of
love
nice.
him. Yeah. God, I feel like there's more. I like the comedy sports movies. Those are probably my favorite, like Kingpin and all that. I'm sure there's more that I'm not thinking of.
Remember Lil Bow Wow and Like Mike?
Oh my god. That's right.
This
How
is great.
crazy.
I'm kind of going through I'm kind of just going through the Wikipedia.
I actually really genuinely enjoy that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was like
It's
too
really
old for it
it.
at the time. At that time, I was like, that's stupid kid stuff. But honestly, it seems kind of metal now.
Man,
What else?
that's crazy. There's a lot of sports movies when we were growing up in the 90s.
Wikipedia. I guess this makes sense. Wikipedia seems to think Forrest Gump is a what is this? a football movie.
sports movie?
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Tennis.
Yeah,
or
and ping pong. Yeah,
Ping
table
pong and
tennis.
football, yeah.
Yeah,
And football.
I guess that could make some sense. Just kind of going through it all.
Shoot, that's actually a good segue of like childhood movies that like scar you and give you hope at the same time.
We could definitely kind of move. Well, we can kind of.
Forrest Gump is one of them.
Aw.
Yeah, it's a good.
I don't know why my mom showed me that as a kid, but
Yeah,
I know.
And you know what?
Jenny?
Kids wouldn't even understand it. Yeah, and then at the end.
okay, here we go. Let's break it down. Is Jenny a good character or not?
No.
Oh, she's a good
Like-
character, sure, but like, yeah, I definitely don't. I definitely like. I know too many girls like that, or you know what I mean. Like, what a common story. Yeah, I mean, I guess
I
she
just
had her own
hate-
trauma. I guess her
Yeah.
excuse is that she had her
Yeah,
own
that's the
trauma.
argument I've heard to like counteract like that she's like a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
Is that she like had to deal with a lot of her trauma, and then even though it seems like she's like just dumping her kid on him, is like at least he'd be in a better place than with her.
That didn't bother me that much. I mean, now that she already fucked up everything else, right? Like, I guess that's nice. But the way
I
that,
just
yeah,
hated
the way
that she didn't tell him.
yeah, the way she just casually disregarded him like throughout the their entire lives,
Yeah.
and it's just like, I get it. He's like dumb, but like, I don't know. It's just, it's
He
Maybe
loved her.
yeah,
He became highly successful later on
yeah.
in his
Like
life.
she really dropped the bag. Like, what the hell? But then again, if she was like involved with him, I guess he probably wouldn't have done all the stuff he did. So
Yeah, well, and that
I guess that's kind of the lesson.
that kind of rings true for women that have gone through trauma like that. Like, sometimes you meet a really nice guy and you don't want to get involved with them because you know that you are fucked up and
Yeah.
you don't want to fuck him up. You know, so I can understand that part. I get that. But not telling him about his son, it was really shitty because she knows that Forrest would have been good, you know, to have him. His mom would have loved to have him around and all those things. Like, I don't understand why she didn't just come out and tell him.
My conspiracy theory is that it's totally not his son.
Oh. I think it is.
I mean, yeah, I'm
I
just saying.
think
I
it
mean,
is.
just yeah, I don't know.
Like, because the head tilt
Well,
at the end
well,
when
no,
they were
I
like
don't know. 'Cause
hanging out on the porch.
Here's the thing: she never wanted to be with him, and then I guess they. It wasn't. It's even just implied that they like kind of slept together. Like, I don't know. Like,
They did.
I guess so. I don't know. But then she'd be like, he will never know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he'll never get a test. Even I don't even think they were available then. Well, I guess they kind of were in like the '90s.
Yeah. She probably just didn't know what to do, you know, but. And then she got sick.
Well, I mean, it is tragic. You're right. This is a good movie for that. Yeah, tragic AIDS story, which
Yeah,
at the
no.
time was definitely like still a hot button issue. Like in like what '95 or whatever. I mean,
Yeah. And I'm like, how did she have it and not Forrest and not Forrest
well,
Jr.?
yeah. I guess
Like,
did she get it after? Yeah, that's a
she must have.
You
yeah.
must have.
That's an interesting question. I had never thought about.
Well, and it's hard to say, too, because, like, it was obvious that she was on drugs. So if she had gotten it through a needle, then surely she would have had it during her pregnancy
Right.
and everything like that. But I don't know.
Let's get the writer
Either
on.
way.
Get the writer on the podcast. We can
Speed
straighten this
dial
out.
real
Yeah,
quick.
real
Right.
quick. Yeah.
Very, very sad. Well, although I did have a parent not that long ago who had HIV and had a baby and he didn't have it. So I think what she
possible.
said was when she was going to give birth, they gave her this heavy viral load of medication to, you know, increase his chances of not getting it when she was giving birth, and it worked because when they tested him, he didn't have it. So
Yeah, I think
like,
it depends
dang.
on a lot of things.
yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, sad. But
Yeah.
man, that is a tough movie. That one, and like, did you guys ever watch the Homeward Bound movies?
Oh my god, I was actually pretty into them when I was a kid.
Yeah, I liked them until I figured out like the truth behind this
I don't
movie.
want to talk about it.
Well,
It made me so sad. They would play,
It's
like
so fucked.
I mean,
our school would have movie nights once a month, and they would always play the fucking Homeward Bound movies, and I would cry.
yeah.
I hated it.
Shoot. My school showed me Karate Kid. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Isn't this sports movie for you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
true.
a sports movie.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai too.
The what?
Yeah.
Cobra Kai, the TV
Oh,
show.
right. Yeah, like I said, I touched on it. Just last episode, but that Dear Zachary documentary is fucking emotionally scarring.
Right.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, Homeward Bound. That is a good one. That's a good one. Oh, Little Toaster.
Ah, the Brave Little Toaster.
Yeah, Brave Little Toaster.
It's so sad. I
Sad,
know
but
that
also
would make me
also
cry, too.
traumatizing when the well, first of all, what the furnace is traumatizing or whatever. That like with like a mouthful of fire or whatever, and also the car crusher.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Very traumatizing.
Charlotte's Web. I used to
That's
cry.
a good one. Oh, the
Yeah.
Babe.
Babe. Yeah.
Good one. Yeah.
Dumbo.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like thinking of the list. I was like, what is that movie? It's like it's Never Ending Story for me. That's like the movie that will traumatize you,
The horse
and
scene.
then and give you like hope at the same time. Because like I realized like I wonder like why like so many people like think it's like such traumatizing stuff, and like there's like a lot of scary elements, but I think like the lessons it tries to teach you like are meant to like kind of stick with you, right?
Sure.
Like as far as like movies that were made back then, like not everything is like hopeful and like happy like Disney movies are, right? Like a Never-Ending Story taught you like that there are some things out in the world that you should be scared of, It's like, and it's okay to be scared or fearful of these things, And at the same time, like you still gotta like find that hope in you that like that drives you, right? Like that the horse scene, right? Or like the wolf scene, right? A lot of people like mention those as like one of the scariest moments in their lives, but like generally when he's on like the dragon and they're chasing down the bullies is like one of like the most like awesome moments like of my
Yeah.
childhood, like just raising my hand in the air, like.
For sure.
But
Dude,
yeah, I think it's just like I think it's less trauma and more like lessons that you weren't really ready to like learn yet, but that movie, those
Sure.
movies taught you at the time.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah, a lot of people point to the horse scene, but I mean, yeah, it was sad, and I think a lot of people remember that. But you're right, like throughout the whole movie, it actually is like a really good, like, I don't know, story. I think I hadn't watched it for a long time, probably since I was a pretty young kid, and I watched it maybe like 2 years ago or something. I was high as hell. It's great to watch high. Holy shit! Because there is something about like the
man.
practical effects, and you know what I mean. Like there's something very satisfying about like it doesn't look great, but I love that style. Like
Yeah.
and it's like I was thinking, and I remember also about the same time I was like, I know like AI, it's starting to get crazier. I wonder if one day you could almost give it that kind of style, like if you could ever, like if it ever did become something where you could like make a scene if you describe it, you know what I mean, and like AI can make it. The first thing I would try is like that style. I'd be like, because it's hard to do that anymore. I mean, not hard to do, but no movies will do it anymore because they all have the CG and whatnot. And I love CG. I think
Yeah.
there's really cool like stuff. I'd love to be like a like to be like a CGI kind of animator or whatever. But the practical like effects of those like old, like just the small models or whatever, just like they're almost minimalist like sets a lot of the time. Like a lot of times it's just like this like thing of rocks like where they like meet, they have that meeting or whatever kind of near the beginning or whatever, and like it's just kind of just like a bunch of like kind of rocks together. It looks really good, but it's super minimalist. I like that just that kind of almost like they almost look like they're floating in a void or something, especially when they're in that kind of fantasy world. It's almost like they're just kind of, it's not really real. It's very dreamlike. I really love that.
Yeah.
Well, it's like tangible, right? Like you put like Neverending Story and you put it like to like the newest Marvel movie. Like if you
Right.
were on set, you could touch those things like that are in like Neverending
Or like
Story,
the
right? You can
prequels,
touch all
Star
the
Wars
rocks,
prequels. It all
you
just
can
looks
touch all
way
the
too
costumes, right? You can look at all the miniatures that were like that, like showed like the cities and stuff like that. You walk onto a Marvel set, you're probably going to walk into a whole bunch of green screen
Right.
and like a lot of like tracking dots on
Yeah.
everyone's face and stuff like that. Like nothing feels real. Like it could look pretty real, and then, like to your point, AI can make stuff look real. Like I remember when like in YouTube like 2 years ago, like having AI generate things to have be in a certain like style was like all the rage. Like someone would be like, this would be Harry Potter if it was like an
Right.
80s Technicolor
Right,
movie.
and that's kind of what I was
And
thinking
it,
of when
and
I
it,
was thinking of
and it
this.
had like the same like lighting and feel, like had like all like the costumes kind of like be in that like that weird like kind of, I don't know how to like describe like the camera style, but it was kind of like blurry, kind of smoky, but it like had that exact same feel, but like nothing like feels like tangible as much as like
Yeah.
that, how it did like back in the 80s, because like
It's not
like
it's
CGI was
real.
not great. Yeah, it's
Right.
not.
Right.
It was CGI back in the 80s was not great, and like when people did it, it was expensive. So it's like, how do we get the effect that we want people to feel without spending all this money? It's like, oh well, we have to like make it by hand, right? And like it's like easier to light because it's there, right? And like people can act towards certain things because like they have like a costume or like somebody dressed up
Right.
in something to act
Yep.
against, right?
Like the Labyrinth, one of my favorite
Yeah,
movies.
like Labyrinth.
Yeah, like
There you
the
go.
scene with the stairs. Like I watched a behind the scenes thing where they had to model everything and play with the cameras to make it look a certain way. It's like for the 80s, that was pretty fucking cool. Plus David Bowie's super hot in that movie. Just saying.
Rest in peace.
Nope.
Rest in
Sorry
power.
guys, ovulation week.
Oh,
I
here
think
we go.
everybody's hot right now.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Yeah, Labyrinth's a good example of that. Also,
Love that movie.
like yeah, Neverending Story, like Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, like that's all like Jim
that's
I
another
was
Henson
just
stuff
gonna
too.
say, yeah, the Dark
That's
Crystal.
all Jim Henson, like just like pretty much like fucking just creating masterpieces, just like creating all these costumes and things like that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like starting to die out as an art.
Oh, sure, yeah. I think
I
it'll come
know.
back. I mean, and you're right though. And it was funny because yeah, the prequels of Star Wars are a good example of what you were talking about with like Marvel, where it's just like a lot of green screen and it's too smooth and glossy. But the original trilogy obviously, that had a lot of those kind of practical effects in it. I think that's definitely. I think that to me, like, there's not a lot of sci-fi in that style. I bet there is. I'm just not. I just don't know about them. I need to investigate if there's more of those kind of movies that have like a more of a sci-fi story, because that would be really cool. Kind of those practical models and stuff.
Yeah, I'd say like
that.
Aliens and like Predator
Sure.
and things like that.
Yeah, not
Those
bad.
are like
Yeah, Aliens is a good
pretty,
example.
like, pretty
Not
practical.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might have to rewatch those sometime. Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen The Secret Garden?
Dude, yeah.
Ooh.
I,
wait, let
I
me-
once again I
need
can't
to
I
pull
can't
it up.
remember anything about it, but I remember watching it at my aunt's house like a lot because she was like a babysitter, and I would go
Yeah.
there sometimes either to be babysat or to be I guess sitting other people sometimes, but yeah, the Secret Garden, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think I had like a really big
I'd
crush on one of the actresses or one of the
Oh,
kids.
probably the little girl.
Yeah.
I watched that movie all of the time. I always
I was also a
made my
little
mom
boy. I
buy
was
it,
not a grown
or-
adult when I had a crush on her.
Well, there's a 2023 version, I think.
No, it's
2020
the old one.
2020 version.
Oh God,
excuse
yeah,
me.
wasn't that
So-
one, guys?
No, it wasn't that one. My mom used to rent it for me at Blockbuster all the time. And while I was cleaning out that hoarder house a couple weeks ago, I found the VHS tape. So I actually have
The
it
same
on my
one?
dresser.
Wait, that doesn't
Yep.
make sense. Okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, you were like,
This-
yoink.
Well, not the same one from
I know,
Blockbuster.
why
the
would
same
that happen?
movie.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You
So-
guys stole?
you guys told
You
me.
have
Yes.
late
Maybe she
fees
did.
on
Maybe she was
Blockbuster?
kleptoing.
They'll never get us. Yeah, I have the VHS tape. So basically, little girl, she's from the UK, but she's living in India with her parents. An earthquake happens, and her parents are killed, and so they ship her back. Is she in Ireland? I don't
forgot.
remember where they send her back to, but anyways, they send her back. To go live with her uncle who's wealthy, and he's got this huge manor, but she never sees him, and she's always in her room. It's like the dead of winter. the maids are kind of taking care of her, and she's like, you know, grieving and all by herself, and she starts exploring this huge house, and she finds a key and figures out that it unlocks the secret garden, and she starts like planting things and stuff like that. She finds other kids. Like it's so good.
Yeah. You said she found a key. That, and you know what? I think in my mind I almost kind of blended it with Indian in the Cupboard.
That is a good movie. My brother loved that movie. He would rent Indian in the Cupboard, and I would rent The Secret Garden all the time.
Aww.
Yeah.
That does. That sounds like my childhood.
That's actually a good, like, yeah, it sounds like a good 1-2 combo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we loved them. And, gosh, what was the other one? Oh, one of my favorite movies ever, Fairy Tale: A True Story, which is about a true story about these little girls who they get a hold of a camera, and in the back garden of their cottage they see fairies, and the pictures have been studied for years and years, and they're believed to be real. Like the wings in the photos look like they were actually fluttering. Like it's when I was a kid, I was in love with mermaids and fairies, so it was like my favorite thing ever. Yeah.
Nice. I never saw that. I have nothing to add.
Oh my god, we should watch it. I love Fairy Tale: A True Story.
Fairy Tale. They have a fairy tale weekend.
Would it be like a commentary track or like us doing like a movie club thing?
Maybe a movie club, yeah, because you just hear me going, "Oh my god!"
You'll have a choice. You're gonna have to make a decision next time it comes up for you.
Oh my gosh! Now I want to make a fairy house. That was the movie that like inspired me. I used to like get like debris, you know, from the ground and like bark and stuff like that, and I would make little fairy houses for the kids and put them outside. Yeah, that's cool.
That kind of sounds like what Spiderwick Chronicles was for me.
Okay.
But you're describing, Alyssa. But like there's a fantastical world like just outside your door, like all like the forest and stuff like that. There exists like fairies, trolls, and goblins and things like that.
I do like that story beat. Like I do kind of like that. Or do you ever have those dreams where you wake up and like you find a new door in your house and you go in there and it's just like, I don't know, it could be anything, stuff you lost, you know, and then like, or like even just like out like another part of the yard or something with like grass and trees and stuff, and you're just like, oh fuck, I don't know.
Oh yeah, there's another cartoon my grandma had on my dad's side. I want to say it's called The Goblin Princess or The Princess Goblin or something like that, and I was so fascinated with it. I don't know.
Sounds
You'll have to look it up. It's old. I was so fascinated with it when I was a kid, and I just remember the little girl being in a room, and she would follow this golden thread, and it would lead to this door, and there was like a woman in there, and then after a while the woman was gone, and I loved it. I was really little, so I can't
I think someone slipped you some acid.
Exactly. My grandma probably. She wanted to smoke in the kitchen and make liver and onions.
Liver and onions.
Yeah, I'll have to... I think it's The Princess Goblin. But
The Princess and the Goblin?
Oh, maybe that's it. Let's see.
I'm trying to think.
Sounds like a
But a
D&D
peaceful
campaign.
kingdom is menaced by an army of monstrous goblins, and a brave princess joins forces with a resourceful peasant boy to rescue the noble king and his people. Sound familiar?
Yep, that's it.
I roll to cast Fireball.
The Princess and the Goblin. Yep, that's the one.
You know what I noticed I miss about like older movies
1991.
Compared to now is that whenever we search up, because I'm not sure about the movie, there's like only like one writer, one director. Now if I look at another modern movie, there's like 20 writers and like 2 directors.
Minecraft movie literally has 21 writers.
Yeah, I
Somewhere
hate
in
that so much.
And all the people
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, and all the kids are bringing
cooks in the
chickens
kitchen.
into the theaters. Have you heard this?
Yeah. The reason why those movies are so good, I think, is because one person had a good idea, and then we had like a director kind of built off on that, right?
You're right.
There's not like 10 people screaming in a room telling you
but nobody wants
how
to take
a movie
the
should be
blame
written.
when it bombs or whatever. But yeah,
That's true.
I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, and what was the director of the Minecraft movie was like? I think it's fine that kids are bringing chickens into the theaters and throwing popcorn everywhere. It's like,
are they really doing that?
They are. No, I mean, I know you've been on a social media break. No, it's apparently a trend. Alyssa, do you know about that, right? You have kids. You don't know about that?
What is it? Oh, yes, Ebbs went to go see Minecraft today with some girl, and then Amara and I were at the store the other day, and I kept hearing kids going chicken jockey, and then they were showing me videos of like people holding a chicken in the theater and throwing popcorn, and they're like getting kicked out. I'm like, what is
the joke
what are you guys doing?
is that, well, first of all, people were memeing on like Jack Black saying like I am Steve or whatever the hell he says.
Yes.
And then like people were memeing on that, and then like I guess people knew that there was like the scene where there's a chicken jockey, and then like Jack Black says chicken jockey or something. I think, and it was supposed to be like a real barn burner of a line, right? And so kids,
Right.
but like it's actually kind of cringy and lame. But the kids are pretending like it's the coolest thing they've ever seen in their life. Like they're meaning they're doing the counter factual, because you know what I mean, right? Like it's a cringy stupid line,
Yeah.
but like that, but the writers were like, this is gonna hit good. So the kids are like, yeah, it's gonna hit so good that we're gonna fucking destroy the theater. Like,
Oh my
just so we
gosh.
can, because you wanted that line to really hit well, right? Well, let's make it hit really well by trash. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like it's almost a contrarian thing. Like, it's so cringy that we're going to pretend like it's great.
Oh, Amara and I were cracking up too, because we think like the commercials have been like a vocal stim for some people, because
Probably.
we were at Marshall's the other night, and remember I sent you guys the video of her falling in those stupid
so
croc
funny.
high heels.
I'm gonna quote that for her. Mom, it's
She ate
$40. Dump.
It's only $40. Oh my god, it was so funny. But there was this kid there. He had to be 15, 16. He's autistic, and he had noise canceling headphones on. He was just kind of wandering around, and he kept going chicken jockey, like saying it over and over again. And Amara was all chicken jockey. I was
Well,
like,
there
what
you go.
is-
She
what
caught
are you
it. She caught the
saying?
disease.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? She saw it's from Minecraft.
That's
Oh
like the
my
literal
God.
definition of meme, like things that pass on from one person to the other, like a virus, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I am so glad I took my social media break
hey.
and then told my friends to stop sending me TikToks, because I'm so glad I'm like not brain rotted right now from that shit.
I'm looking at it from a distance as well, but I did see some of the TikToks.
I'll just watch like
Yeah.
the Amanda the Jedi review of that movie.
I mean, yeah.
and then we'll
I
go
don't
from
know
there.
the reviews. I just know that that's happening, and I've read people, or I've watched videos of people criticizing the kids throwing popcorn everywhere. But how much? I don't know. It's like I almost feel like that's the theater experience now, is kids coming in and like trashing the
Oh,
place.
yeah, I
That's
hope
just
not.
all it is now.
The theater and the business in general is on its last
Yeah,
legs. We don't
exactly.
need any
I
more
know.
any more shit thrown at it. Literally, no more chickens thrown at it, I guess.
Yeah, chicken jockey.
Lord. I just remembered another obscure movie that my grandma had at her house. It's called Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland, and I just flicked up.
Mm-hmm.
The
That sounds
cover
like two
art.
movies compared, like
I
smashed
know.
together.
And okay, so look up the cover, and doesn't it look like one of the characters is a totally racist depiction of a certain race? Like
What is it? What Nemo?
Nemo and Adventures
Little
of
Nemo
Slumber.
Adventures in Slumberland.
You're talking about that mole rat looking thing on the left?
It's like a guy, but
The,
you know-
the word starts with a J and ends with an O. Is that what you're saying?
it's very
I don't-
weird.
yeah, I think
it
it
looks
might-
like a very racist drawing.
I think it might be like a creature. I don't know if it's a human. I can't remember. I remember this. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I ever watched it. Like, maybe there was like a stupid like game or something. Wait, what year was it? 1989. Yeah,
This
so
is
there might have been like a
1989.
SNES game or something that I might have like played or something.
Okay.
Because I don't know if I ever watched the movie. But yeah, I don't. I
You
feel
know
like
what?
that might
Would
be.
you be willing to describe it to the audience,
Yeah.
Alyssa, what this character looks like?
He's a very short man wearing a top hat. He's got a cigar in his mouth and like a sweater vest, bow tie, dress shoes, and a red nose, and his mouth is drawn like really wide. I don't know.
Hey,
And he might be in blackface.
Well, here's the thing. Wait.
And he might
wait
be
a
in blackface.
Wait a minute. No, if you go to the images, there is
okay.
one screenshot I see, and his skin is really green, to be fair.
Like a frog, kind of.
Yeah, I think he might
but
be a...
if I'm remembering correctly, his voice might be a little... questionable. I don't know. I'll have to look
A little
later.
jivey.
A little jivey, maybe. But I loved this movie, and it actually scared me a little bit. Because, like, I remember there being, like, a flood of black water, and that was, like, nightmares or something coming after the kids, and they're flying around on the bed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? I do remember that. That's, like, deep in my memory. I might have watched that when I was a kid. Yeah, flying in the bed. I almost want to say I had a dream then after I watched that when I was a little kid, and I was, like, flying around on my bed.
Yes, me too. I would have dreams that I was like floating on the ceiling, like astral projecting.
Oh, my
like,
dad had those
on the
types
ceiling.
of dreams.
Yeah.
I guess it was animated by a Japanese company. It does
It's
look
your spirit
awfully
trying to
animated.
escape.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the plot. Okay, okay, let's see here. Sleepwalking Professor Genius. Is that his name?
That's my name.
Miss 20 degrees.
Oh, they're circus
That's
organist.
right.
Yeah, maybe he was in the freak show.
Circus organist. That's interesting.
Tulips on my organ. Well, anyway, yeah. No, that's a good one though. That's an interesting one. It definitely seems to have influenced you, maybe traumatized you a little bit.
Yeah, it scared me a little bit. The Dark Crystal used to scare me too.
True.
I loved it, but those stupid birds, and they're all, they're all ugly. Yuck. I hate it.
Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Okay, you guys know how I am about the animals, like the weasel from that Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How I can't watch Tusk. Okay, so the bird, there's a bird that it makes me want to throw up thinking about it. But the bird on the bed that's like dying, and he like turns to dust, and all the birds start ripping his clothes because it makes me feel sick. I hate that part.
It is a pretty rough part.
Yeah, that's
No, it's
like
an important scene though, because it shows you like how like both sides are connected to each other. So if one dies, the other dies as well. Like, you know, the good versions, the ones that live in the forest, who guide the Gelfling through his journey because he was orphaned. But like it's an important scene. But I like how you get creeped out by stuff like that.
It's so gross.
I just think
ugly.
that the villains are like fucking annoying because of their mannerisms. They're just going.
I hate it.
Back here, Gelfling.
That is good voice acting.
Gross.
Okay,
I hate those things. Dude.
I did a deep dive. Wait, what the hell?
All right, do it.
He's a circus clown. Oh, the strange guy on Little Nemo. His name is Flip. He's a circus clown. He was voiced by Mickey Rooney, which is hilarious.
Oh.
In 2022, a live-action film, Slumberland. Wait. I guess there's a Slumberland. I guess that's based on this. And this guy's portrayed by Jason Momoa.
What?
Is this real? I don't even.
Is this the Minecraft movie?
Chat, is this real?
Chat is what? Chat. The live action. What's Slumberland? So let's see what Slumberland is, guys. This is live, deep diving.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Secret Mac to Dream. Holy shit! Oh my god,
that'd be a cool idea
Holy
though.
shit. Okay, he doesn't look near as racist in this one. Slumberland.
Oh, that's good. At least we learned.
Yeah, Slumberland with Marlo Barkley. I don't know. I guess I don't know what Slumberland is, but
you know what? We should just take like really old cartoons and just like replace themes like with drugs and stuff like that, and just adapt them for live action.
I guess Slumberland did not do any numbers because I never heard of it. That's so funny. Unless I'm.
You know what? I'll have to.
Yeah.
I'll have to link to you guys that you'll trip out on too. I used to watch it all the time at my grandma's. So I was at my grandma's a lot. So we were raised on black and white movies, and you know that's why my humor is a little bit different from everybody else's. Because Yeah, basically.
That's why she laughs at like women beating jokes, because that's what the movie she watched.
Well, because like at the time, what was entertaining me as a child was Bud Abbott and Lou Costello and Don Knotts. You know, that's who
Good
I liked
choices.
to watch. Right. So my sense of humor was always just a little bit different. And my grandma had all of these like really old tapes, and so I grew up on like the classics of Disney. Like we had all the Pluto cartoons and Minnie, Mickey, whatever. Like I had seen Songs of the South before they took all of those movies away. Yeah.
Now there's
And,
no, that's not away. There's just a big warning at the beginning saying this is insensitive.
It's terribly racist, right? And so there was a tape that my grandma had that my brother and I used to watch all the time. It was Aesop's Fables with Bill Cosby. And they have clips of it on YouTube, so I need to show it to you guys because I was obsessed with that shit. And it took me years as an adult to remember what it was. I'd ask my grandma all the time, what was that? And I didn't remember that it was even Bill Cosby. And she had mentioned a couple times, is it Aesop's Fables? And I was like, no. I kept telling her, no, I don't think that's it. And then I finally was like, all right, let me look it up. And it was. You guys will trip on it. It's crazy.
I will. I'll look it up.
Was it like subtly racist or sexist in any way?
It's Bill Cosby, and he's out there. You know, these two kids find him, and he's barefoot, playing the flute, living out in the forest. And I mean, he's Aesop.
Like Huckleberry Finn.
Come here, little kids.
Yeah, and he's all, come on. Like, I think they get their kite stuck in a tree, and then it's like, whoa. Like, it's kind of terrifying at first. And then here comes Bill Cosby, that's like, come on and sit for a spell. Let me tell you about the tortoise and the hare. And they're like, okay. Like, it's pretty interesting, but it's such a good story. I don't know. I like it.
Sounds pretty good.
I can get that kite out of that tree if we take our shirts off.
You'll definitely have to.
Here, sit and have a drink.
You'll definitely have to.
Have a couple.
You'll definitely have to link some of that because
my Slumberland drink.
A Slumberland drink.
I made my special barbecue sauce.
Come on and have some Jello pudding. It's delicious.
With a little extra or something.
Oh my gosh. He's still alive, man. That's crazy.
Is he still in prison? Or I think he's probably like has some sort of house arrest or some shit.
You know what? I don't know.
Definitely.
You know what? They probably released him.
I think he's probably under some sort of house arrest. Or like.
How crazy his wife stuck by him all that time. Knowing not only did he step outside of his marriage, she knew that he did, but with the way in which he did, you know?
Yeah.
Well.
And she's like, that's all right. Paper's paper, baby.
Pretty much. Also,
That's just how we were raised.
Yeah, exactly. Back then it was like, I can't expect these guys.
My dad used to do that too.
Yeah. Can't expect these men to stick to one girl.
Shit, I know a lot of women that would be like, well, he's not doing that in my house.
Right.
And I'm
It's
like,
it's
but
okay
he's still doing it. But not up in my bed. What? This is the 8th and final time. We will not do this in the house.
I always think we've like grown past that as a society, and then I hear Alyssa's stories, and I'm like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
We're still there.
I know Brendan. He was just talking about that the other night. How you guys are all only children, and come from parents that are pretty good. You guys didn't ever have to deal with like abuse or tumultuous relationships.
My mom just barges in and hits me.
Oh, Relytan, you didn't take out the trash. You're like, yeah, right. I didn't get that. But like, he never dealt with that. He said it wasn't until he met me that he realized like how bad some of us had it. Like me and all of my friends who grew up just like the hardest. And he was like, oh my God, like, it's crazy. It's crazy what some people go through. And so now he has a little more empathy and a little more understanding of people that have abusive relationships and have had abusive childhoods and things like that. And now me being in child welfare, like, it's so mind-blowing the stuff that he hears, but he's like, yeah, now I realize how fucking common this is. He's like, I was living in a fantasy land before I met you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's pretty, just hearing some of the stories is traumatizing. Speaking of traumatizing things.
Yeah, for sure. I know these kids, they probably watch these movies and they're like, this is nothing.
That's every Wednesday night.
I wish I was in Slumberland.
I wish I was flying in my bed. God damn.
I wish I was
Charles
in the
Barkley.
Never-Ending Story.
Yeah,
my
I wish
magic
I
luck
I'll
dragon.
tell you what's a never-ending
Riding a white dragon.
never-ending.
Oh, you still can.
Chase the dragon.
You
The
still
never-ending
can.
story is when they when they beat me. I don't know.
Yeah. When I'm locked in my room for 7
That's what I
hours
call
a
a
day.
never-ending story. God damn. And yes, I'm Charles Barkley.
God damn. Every child sounds like Charles
Yes,
Barkley.
that's my headcanon. I was like, I'm speaking as a child when I sound like Charles Barkley.
Just have narrate the movie as the kid.
And then my mom.
My mom. It's like a white kid too.
Oh my
Then
gosh.
my mom spanked my little white ass.
See, I need to start writing down these references. Like, I'll say things, and then, like, however many, like, a week or so will go by, and you know that Legion is editing the audio because he'll start putting links
right, I know.
in the link dump, and I'm like, oh, he's working on something. Maybe I should have helped.
I tried.
But when we're done, I'm like, oh, I forgot what I said.
A lot of times it's like,
I
But
try
you
my
hear
best.
it.
a lot of times it's
Yeah.
the first hit you find on Google. I'll just say, just Google X.
Yeah. But after we record, I'm like, fuck, I
I
can't
know.
even remember what my references
keeping
were.
some tabs
If I
open now.
could listen to my
I'm
audio.
keeping the villains
I
wiki
would
open
remember.
to Flip's page so I can link that. Don't we all go to the villains wiki all the time?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's why
yes,
I
definitely.
read about Bill Cosby.
He's the first. He's on the
Did you
first
guys
page.
ever have? Did you ever have those Jello pudding pop things? The ice
Never.
creams?
I mean,
Never.
No,
I don't think I
we'd
did
only just
either.
get the pudding. Like that's all we wanted.
I
Yeah.
just wanted the Flintstones push pop thing. That's all I
Bro,
wanted.
the
Those
orange
were
sherbet.
good,
Oh,
Mhm.
yes.
That was
I don't think
good.
I can't find anything that tastes like that.
Right?
It was the
I just
best
think
orange
this.
cream
I think
flavor.
there was like less. It was like less chemically back then.
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah,
maybe
they
it wasn't,
use,
but
like,
it just felt that way.
It's better shit. I
Yeah.
don't know. Then again, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm not finding the right sherbet. Did you say sherbet or sherbet?
Sherbert?
I said
I remember my stepmom always getting orange dreamsicles. She had them in the
Right.
freezer. And if we were good, I think I was probably 4. If we were good, we could have one. I remember sitting outside and being like, "Can I have a dreamsicle?" It was so
Were you an
good.
old man?
Yes. I've got some in my basement.
Oh yeah, that's why. Oh, because you were doing the Brian. Brian, you
yeah.
got some strong
Herbert.
arms. Yeah. I'm gonna go downstairs and get a popsicle.
I don't
I
think
can't
I
do the
really
whistle,
like
though.
the dreamsicles. I don't think I
What?
really like them. Yeah, I always waited till like my grandparents bought like the actual like those drumsticks. You know.
Oh, those are good, dude.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what else? That's what the push pop. Oh no, I like oh the drumsticks.
Push
yeah,
pops.
the push pops. And I
Yeah,
was
with
thinking
the-
about because
yeah,
they were
with
Flintstones branded.
Vanilla ice cream with the chocolate shell
Right,
on
right.
there.
Uh-huh, and the nuts.
The nuts.
I was thinking about.
I remember during that time they actually came out with that chocolate center too. It was like super advertised all over the place.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my god, this changes the game. Holy shit.
The chocolate-filled cone.
Yeah,
So
there's-
you're like,
Yeah, there's more chocolate inside there. Perfect.
eating the
Use the
bottom
bottom.
so all the ice cream goes through.
And there's always
Eating the
an melted
bottom.
milk ball at the bottom of it, or at least. Yeah.
Yep.
I was just thinking about because you said it was Flintstone branded, and then I was thinking about Flintstones vitamins, the push pop at least. You were talking.
Oh,
but
yeah,
and
yeah.
my cousin is a classic case. She had to go get her stomach pumped because she ate a whole Flintstones vitamin, which probably wasn't a big deal, honestly. But my aunt and uncle didn't know.
They pumped her
Yeah.
stomach. It's just vitamins.
I know.
You
I don't
pee
think
'em
they
out.
knew though, and I think it's
Yeah, but it's a lot to take in
and
though.
I think they said on
That's
the
true.
thing like if somebody eats too much, call the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, poison control is probably like,
I know.
pump 'em out.
And to a little kid, maybe that much like I don't know, iron would be bad or something. I don't know.
She just becomes
Yeah.
superhuman
Well,
afterwards.
that's probably what she thought. Also, they are good tasting. I can't believe I never ate a whole entire thing of it.
They're still good for you.
They
If you want to take Flintstone
sure.
vitamins today, they're still good
Yeah,
for you.
no, I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should never stop taking vitamins when you're
Well,
older.
definitely,
Yeah,
but
I don't know why people implement that, but you can still take them.
I take vitamins
Give
every
me
day.
Flintstone vitamin. I have been forgetting to take my vitamins.
You gotta put it on your
weeks. I keep forgetting.
I just put it on the dinner table when we're ready to eat, and it's there to eat.
Mm-hmm.
There to take.
To be
I
fair,
usually do it in the morning.
I took some this morning, and I just felt dizzy afterwards.
You should take
I don't know.
Oh,
That's probably because I'm getting over my cold, but still, I just feel like, damn, was that just too much nutrients at one time?
You should take them after eating. Because that's
yeah.
Because then they, especially
Yeah, I do, but I take them like right after I eat
good.
something.
Yeah, that's
like
good.
immediately after.
Like the vitamins that are fat soluble will be absorbed better.
I take them in the morning before I go to work and before I brush my teeth, so I can just get the taste out of my mouth. But
And then
yeah,
Just replace it all with gummies, Alyssa. Come on.
they are gummies.
Oh my god, you still can't do it.
I don't. They're so sweet, and
now they're too good. Now they're too sweet.
Now they're too good, but I don't know. I just get tired of them. And honestly, too, while I was sick too, I didn't take them. I don't know.
I think the
would
only
just get
good
up in
tasting
the
was like the vitamin C one I have. Everything else tastes like plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I have a gum.
Vitamin
I do
C
take a
ones are
gummy,
good,
but I
too.
also take actual pills of vitamin D, vitamin K, and lutein for my eyes because my eye doctor says I think it helps with the blue. You know what I mean? Like the blue that gets in your eye and can cause migraines. But the lutein apparently helps mitigate the blue light coming into your eyes.
Oh.
I don't know.
Yeah, how do you take them, Aqua? As Alyssa just mentioned, like she'll brush her teeth afterwards. But how do you take them? Your pills?
Right after dinner.
Or like with just water, or are you like just
not,
chasing it with something a little sweeter?
If they're not
or
gummy,
like,
I do have a gummy, but yeah, no, that's just whatever I'm drinking, either water or like if I'm having a soda at dinner time, I'll just take them with that. I don't have a problem.
Are they gummies or no?
I do take a gummy, but also the other pills are just pills. I take one gummy. I take one gummy just to round out if because the other ones aren't multivitamins. So, and plus a lot of the vitamins they give you, if you look at it, they don't even really give you 100%. I mean, I'm sure they're fine, but there's some that it's just like it's like you get a little bit of vitamin D, and it's just like okay, but
2% of it.
I'll just take another one just to round it out and give it a little bit more.
I stopped taking the iron one, that gummy. God, it tasted so bad, dude.
Yeah.
So fucking gross. It just tasted like, to me, it tasted like blood.
I wonder. Well,
you
yeah,
know?
Your vampire training.
Sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Or does
it's gross.
More like blood tastes like iron, or iron tastes like blood. But I don't know. Find like a really good tasting vitamin, and then just take like 3 of them or something.
Yeah, take that one last or something after the bad tasting ones.
I usually take it with the vitamin C because it's like a orange sugary one. I would like chew it together. Ugh. But I think I'm doing better now with my iron because I've had more of an appetite. I've been eating more red meat, so I feel better. So I don't think my iron is as low as it was. But my regimen now, when I do take my vitamins, is biotin for my hair and nails, vitamin C, vitamin D, a multivitamin, and sometimes the iron. And then my doctor told me to get berberine, and that's supposed to help me like maintain my weight loss when I'm done. Yeah, I was like, berberine? What the fuck is that?
He meant to say bourbon.
Yeah.
And he gave you like
That's
a
what
shot.
I would hear eventually say. I'd be like, yes, doctor, I will take a lot of bourbon. Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
bourbon. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Thank you. Just bring it to
I'll
the
have
the liquor store. I got this
it.
prescription from my
You have to
doctor.
give it to me.
Yeah,
You gotta give me 1 free bourbon.
please.
No, 1 free bourbon every week. That's what he says.
Yes. So that's what I do take. I need to order that bourbon, but
There's a liquor store just
he
down
said
the
it's
road.
supposed to help me maintain my what? Yeah, I know, right? He said it's supposed to help. I was
For the
like,
weight
are you
loss
sure?
part?
Or
yeah,
you just...
so it's like, I wonder, does it help your stomach?
I don't know what
or-
it is. He just said it when you're done with the Wegovy, you want to take the berberine, it'll help maintain weight loss. I'm like, what is it?
Probably helps you burn fat.
Yeah, maybe, something like that. Some sort of...
He didn't even give me a prescription because it's a vitamin. You know what he did? He took a screenshot and printed it out and handed it to me. I was like,
Couldn't have done that
Printed it
myself.
out.
what the fuck?
You couldn't just like email it
And
to
that'll
you
be
to print it out.
$100 for your insurance.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? He's all, you get it on Amazon. I was like, why don't you get it on Amazon and give it to me?
Exactly.
Top shelf berberine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Aged berberine. in the
Aged
barrels.
bourbon.
That's a great way because now
In an oak
the
barrel.
insurance won't cover it if you're having to order it from Amazon. So great, perfect. Thanks, doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
We like him.
Yeah.
I am getting a gummy, but I'm getting a CBD gummy with like
Let's
melatonin in it.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh.
That's a good combo. I need to try that.
And that's the
sometime.
only gummy I'm gonna get though. Everything else is like in pill form and tastes nasty.
I think I need to start doing that soon, especially when I start working over here.
It's either that or.
Yeah. Well, apparently they don't drug test because I had quit to go start over here, but apparently they don't drug test for my job.
Just like like chatting with all my coworkers, most of them smoke. A lot of them do, and sometimes like at work.
It's becoming really stupid to do that, especially
In Minecraft, if any of my bosses
No.
are listening, dude, in Minecraft, but I definitely see some people hooking up in their cars.
No, it's not. Yeah,
sometimes.
I'm just saying.
It definitely is cigarettes though, which they shouldn't be smoking in their car, but
Yeah.
Just say
Ew, I saw somebody do that the other day.
in the
Their
car.
windows were up and they were smoking a cigarette. I was like, ugh.
Hotboxing cigarettes.
Sick. It was one of the district chairs. Like he was wearing a really nice suit and he walked out of the office and got in his car. I was like, "Oh, look at that. That's what he drives." And then he lit a cigarette and he rolled his window up. I was like, "Ugh. Grody."
It smells real good. I don't know. I guess it smelled like my grandma's house. Actually, no, whatever. It was her friend that always smoked.
Mm-hmm.
I told you about that. It's like I'm almost nostalgic for the cigarette smoke of my grandma's friend in the basement.
It's probably a candle for it.
I bet there is.
Old lady
No.
smoking cigarette candle.
I don't like cigarettes,
Playing
but
bridge.
there is something about the smell that
a
is
little
nostalgic.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
No, I want the candle that's the smell of the water, the chlorine water. It's a Small World ride at Disney.
Yeah, they
Dude,
make
I know.
those
I want to get some.
candles.
What is it called? It's not chlorine, but it's like something. I don't know. It's some other chemical.
Yeah, Ebony knows because she's making candles now, and I told her I want the one that smells like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she'd make you one. I want a candle that smells like that. Oh God, I would
shoot.
get on that ride like 10 times in a row. I love it.
All right. Well, shoot. Back then you could get on there pretty quickly. Now it's like you gotta wait like 2 hours
I know.
if you want to get on.
God.
It's not even like me like changing history. I do remember like sometimes where I just got to go on like Space Mountain like like
Yep.
instantly almost. Maybe like 10-15 minute wait max.
There were-
But I just keep like roundabouting basically.
There were fewer people in the world
You have to
back
go
then.
when everyone's watching. Like when the fireworks are going, that's when you need to get on the rides because everybody's watching them.
That's
so
true.
you fucking yeah.
There was an
Shoot.
That's good.
Yeah.
You know we made it big if we get into that restaurant that's in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. That's how you know we're
Oh,
fucking
what's-
rich and and
What's
made
it
it
called? Blue Lagoon, maybe.
something like that. Shout out.
Shout out. I miss you, Blue.
But yeah, that restaurant's only invite only, and only like top people can
That's
actually
wild.
get in there.
There was a
I know you can make reservations. Because a friend of mine who's like a Disney, fanatic, you can make reservations to eat in the Pirates of the Caribbean restaurant. But I know, what is it, like Club 33 and all that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to pay thousands of dollars to get into that. Yeah.
So if Disney wants to sponsor us, so we go in there. We'll do
Come
a
on,
podcast there. We'll
please.
eat there. We'll say some good stuff.
Yeah, we could rate the food, all the Dole Whip and churros and pretzels. I'm so down. God.
they wouldn't.
Nah, I do want to, like, Aqua knows this because we watched, like, Cow Chop and, like, Creatures and stuff like that. But I always did, like, the concept of doing, like, podcasts at just random open places.
They would just go to the randomest places and start recording.
Just, like, in the middle of a park doing a podcast
That is a
underneath
good
the
idea.
tree.
I mean, I guess if we all live near
Oh
each
my
other,
God.
but our gimmick is that we're from different places. I guess it's not really our gimmick. but
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I bothered these guys about it, but I was thinking on our trip that we do, like, a podcast and so we'll all be, like, together.
probably pull it off. I would have to think of some logistics, but sure. I mean, I guess we could share mics. It wouldn't be that weird.
Legion would have to tell me what to do because I'd be like, well, do what now? How
Oh,
do you
it'd be
want
easier
this?
because I'd be like, hey, you just do this, and here you go, and then here's all this. I'd be
Yeah.
up in person. It would be kind of fun though. I don't know how it would work because you'd have to have like some pretty good mics, but it'd be fun to just be like at a restaurant, like in a cafe
Yeah.
or something, looking at the main street.
Talking.
Yeah, just doing the podcast there.
That would be fun. Oh my gosh, my friend Beatrice, that's in the program with me, the social work program. She was in Louisiana for a few days just this past week, and for a conference, and she was walking down Bourbon Street the other night, drunk as shit, and texting me and sending me videos, and she was like, "Oh man," she's like, "this is like Party City down here. It's so fucking cool." She's like, "You're gonna love it." I was like, "Yeah, except it's gonna be extremely hot when I'm there." She's like, "It's super cool." She's all really hot guys too, but they're all super young. I was like,
Oh, which is interesting. Have you heard? There's a new game that came out called South of Midnight. Have you heard about it?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I really want to play
Yeah,
it.
it's I can play because it's on Game Pass, and I have that because I use points for it. But it takes place in New Orleans, or basically New Orleans, or the South, like Louisiana.
Nolans.
Back down in
Nolans.
Louisiana. I'll have to. I haven't really started playing it, but I might have to. Play it and see if there's any like.
Yeah, tell me how it is.
Yeah, I don't.
When it got
Yes.
announced at E3, I was like super
Yeah.
excited because of like the setting and the art style
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, and I started.
Stream it, Aqua.
Yeah, I could stream it. I just kind of went into the first little bit and really nothing, but they're in a house and yeah, there's like a hurricane coming. Things are starting to flood, and it is though. It's definitely just New Orleans type. I don't know if it's technically New Orleans, but it's definitely like I say, it's in a little town down in Krakataw County. You know what I mean?
Krakataw.
But yeah, so that'll be interesting to play before we go there. That'll be like, oh shit. I wonder if there'll be any. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's real landmarks or anything. Probably not. But like it could. There's still a lot of like
some, right?
cultural stuff and like stuff that
I'm
like
sure.
things that you will see, even if it's not the same one. Like the graveyards are kind of crazy, like the tombs they have and whatnot. The above ground kind of graves they have and all that stuff. I bet there's going to be a lot of that.
I want to go to that so bad, but I knew somebody that just went recently as well, and they were saying that they're not open to the public anymore, the above ground graves. But I'm wondering if you can still do a tour, and if the tour guides can get you in, because I want to
sure
see
there's
that,
some
dude.
way. I don't think it's
Probably. I can find
all
it.
completely like off limits or whatever.
Yeah, one of these days we'll have to all get on, like on a night that we're
Sure.
not recording, and go over some
we'll have a little.
details, because I know Legion's been posting asking
Yeah, I
for
know.
us to give him some ideas.
Yeah,
We've
like-
given him 3.
Yeah, we got to crack down now.
Nothing.
I got the
Yeah,
hotel
we need to
stuff, but
crack
as
it
far
down.
as like activities and stuff like that.
We could definitely do that.
Yeah, we should go over that one day. Just spend a little bit looking at things all together, and then see what we can cook up.
Well, I thought maybe speaking of, I don't have a good segue, but speaking of, what was I going to say? Speaking of Disney World, there's also Disneyland, which is kind of near Los Angeles-ish, and the Cubs played the Dodgers today, and they beat them 16-0 with these really interesting bats that have been popping up throughout the league. Would you guys like to hear about them?
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Aqua was telling us about this. That it's some new bat that they're using.
Yeah. Okay. First, I guess I don't know. There's a really good video about it, and I'll link it. It's from a channel called Baseball Doesn't Exist, and it's a really good kind of overview of what kind of happened with these bats. Actually, it's kind of funny because one of the first people who used them was a Cub, but then he stopped using them. But there was some. I think he was a Yankee. I think it was a Yankees hitting coach. Kind of partnered with like some scientists, like it's like MIT or some bullshit, or some really technical engineers. And like you know how when bats for the most part are pretty uniform, but they don't have to be according to the rules. Like as long as they're a certain length and they're a certain like width at the top, like. And I don't think the weighing, but there's just a certain amount of wood. You're kind of like, basically, the only rule. There's a couple rules with the shape, like I say, with the width and some of that. But you kind of just can allocate the wood wherever you want, really. So they started like really making these bats that were like, they have there's a sweet spot, right? And usually it's only on one spot. But if you're a batter that tends to like hit it in a slightly different area that the sweet spot is, you could move that sweet, like you can move the sweet spot. You can make the wood thicker right where you hit it, the ball, the most often. And so they started using, they're called, well, I think they began as what did they call them? Bowling pin bats. That's what they started calling them. But then somebody coined the term torpedo bat, and people were using that more often.
Does sound cooler.
The shape.
Yeah, it does sound cooler.
Yeah.
There was another even cooler name, and now I can't remember what it was. But anyway, there was like a hitting coach. Like I think he might have been the Yankees. He was working with people, and they kind of popped up here and there. But then the Yankees, just at the beginning of the season, the season started, I guess, around the start of April, a little before that, end of March. And there was a Yankees broadcast because one of the broadcasters kind of went down and he kind of got word from somebody like, oh yeah, you might want to like highlight these bats that some of the Yankees are using. They're different shape, and the broadcaster was like, oh yeah, I'll keep it in mind. And then the broadcaster started talking about it like kind of near the beginning of the game, and the Yankees literally set a franchise record for most home runs hit that day. Eventually. Oh. And so it became like a social media phenomenon. People were just posting about it all. You know what I mean? They're like, torpedo bat this, torpedo bat that. And all the players were getting hyped about it too. Like all of a sudden everybody was asking them if they're going to use them. And they a lot of them have adopted it. I mean, like I said, they're not actually super brand new. They might have been around as recently as 2021 or so. But it's definitely becoming more widespread all of a sudden. And it's really interesting. I don't know. It's like I say, I'll link the video. I don't know if you just Google torpedo bat, you'll probably find a picture of them. And I know if in that video, kind of at the end that I was watching, there's a lot of shapes that are possible because there's if you're a batter that tends to hit the ball off like the end of the bat, like you could thicken that part up too, and that looks real goofy.
God. So it's like the Nimbus 2001
it is.
Bats. Okay. I follow. I get it.
Honestly,
you just relate this to Harry Potter.
Yeah. Any way to do.
Yes.
So when the Slytherins were talking about using this new broom.
Yep. The Yankees are definitely the Slytherin of baseball. To give you that.
That's
funny. No, and I don't know. I found it very interesting, and I think a lot of the Cubs are using it tonight when they killed the Dodgers 16-0. I want to keep mentioning that.
I have a question about the baseball.
Alyssa, what is your question?
Do people really spit on the ball before they throw it?
They used
is that
they used to. It used to be called a spitball. It's not allowed anymore.
Why?
For grip.
Why did they do that?
For grip.
But it's spit. It's wet.
Yeah,
wouldn't it slip out of your hands?
But I mean, I don't know the technicalities. I think but a baseball is kind of dry, right? So,
that's true.
And you will see you are still allowed to lick your fingers before you, kinda. I don't know what it's a good question. There's like a whole thing where, there's a whole list of things that a pitcher can or can't do. What'd you do?
Thanks. That's a good question.
Oh, it was a good question.
Oh,
I see. Yeah,
it was like hot ones. She was like, "That's a great question."
That's a good question. Well, I wondered because you had talked about the mud thing before. There's some special mud that you put on the ball.
Yeah, there's a lot of rules here, and and I think I don't even understand a lot of it. And it would be interesting to get like a good explanation. I'm sure this exists somewhere about what pitchers are allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do. It's a long list. And sometimes they can lick their finger, or they can, and you'll see it most of the time. They'll lick their fingers, and it does it. If it's too dry, it can get a lot more wild because it can really slip out of your grip easy. And I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know what the mud thing really is either. There is a way, brand new balls, fresh from the factory, are not that ideal. You do need to kind of season them a little bit, And I think there is just I think you can kind of, coat them in or you just kind of rub. I think it's more of a rub. It's like a steak.
Just kind of like wear.
Yeah, and it's like a kind of like a seasoning rub,
Like
exactly.
like
And it's
you're deep frying it.
and they
You gotta
deep fry it.
double batter it.
Yeah, get a little salt and pepper. But it's like, but yeah, they just rub it real quick. I don't think it's not like caked in mud or anything. But it is a weird thing because, like I say, I don't know much about it, but apparently all this mud comes from one place in like Georgia or some shit. And
Georgia
So
mud.
it's like more like a superstition, maybe. Like, oh, that's.
I
where
mean,
you get
sure,
it.
yeah, I'm sure any mud would do. Yeah, I don't think that matters that much, but it is. It's one of those. It's just one of those. But like, I think it really does need to be, kind of broke in like that.
That
Yeah,
makes sense.
I would
that
have
makes
to,
sense.
I'll have to I'll have to see if there's any good videos about that. Like I say, I don't even know much about a lot of it.
How to wear in
Yes,
your balls.
please rub my balls. And any other questions about the bats? Like I say, I'll link the video. Because
you have like an image you can pull up, like
Yeah, pull up an
from
image.
yeah, let's do it.
they can like share. I'd like
I
to see
wonder,
like how it looks like.
Yeah, I want to see what it looks like.
It's just like an art
and-
project. It's like curved. like
Well, actually,
Yeah.
at the end of the video that I'll link, they do kind of have that. That's like this bat is even legal, and it's just a squiggle.
it's abstract
I wonder
bat.
Yeah.
I wonder if there are still players that like put dip in their mouths
I mean,
while
I
they're
guess
playing.
this is the best. You might not notice the difference right away. I guess here's an article about it. The yard barker. I'll just do I'll just link the picture from this article.
Do they use wooden bats or aluminum bats?
Oh, it's
when
wooden.
they-
It used to be
It's wooden.
they used
You
to
can't
use
aluminum?
oak, but lately it's been they use ash, green ash or whatever the hell. But you might not notice the difference right away, but you can tell that that's a
Oh yeah, I do
Oh.
notice it. I do notice it. Yeah.
yep.
That's kind of cool looking. Looks prehistoric.
And I want I'm trying to think Torpedo Bat. It is. It's a little goofy looking, but it definitely seems to be helping to some degree. But I think the pitchers are going to be able to adjust.
Oh, it's like readjust meta.
Yeah. It's a meta. It's definitely a meta. Here's another one. I think that one
I
kind of.
love that shit.
Oops, that didn't work very well, did it? Sorry.
I love readjusting like meta to balance out. I remember because like last night I was watching like a video about like how to like balance fighting games and like whether you should like nerf really good characters or like buff really bad ones, and like they gave a good example of how like this basketball team they just couldn't get past this one tall ass player that was like 6'8".
Yeah.
So basically, this they just stalled the whole game out, and then it was like one of the lowest scoring games that the NBA ever had. But that's how they won the game, was basically by stalling the game out, scoring a whole bunch of points. So the other people couldn't catch up and just stalling out. This is before they had like the shot caller
shot clock. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah, the shot clock. Yeah.
Okay, there's a better picture. There's a comparison. But sorry, definitely, the meta. Yeah, the shot clock meta was definitely. They definitely had to institute that rule. Same with like offsides in hockey. They had to like.
It does look like a bowling pin, though.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's all rounded out.
And
Torpedo
like
does sound better for marketing.
Yep.
With Torpedo.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that was, I don't know. Yeah, I just thought that was interesting. I'll link
It is interesting.
I'll link the video for sure, and it gives a good overview. Kind of tells the story that I told, except way more succinctly.
Do you ever go to the batting cages, Aqua?
I used to, not so much anymore.
How are you at hitting
God,
and
it's
all
been
that?
so long now. I was never that great.
Did you want to
I'm
do
not
that
that
in New
good either,
Orleans?
but we'd
You
go
could
for
probably
fun.
find one in New Orleans. That'd be fun.
Yeah, we should. I'm not good at it, but
Yeah,
I'll do
that-
it.
That'd be fun.
Just
The
like
place
mini
I always
golf.
used to go to batting cage, we had a driving range, and I kind of like to do that better.
Yeah, we can do
I
that
suck
too.
at both.
Yeah.
But I'll do it.
And then I thought I was really good. I honestly was driving really good, and that was years ago. And then like 10 years later, I went golfing with like some work friends, and I embarrassed myself. I was so bad.
I don't
I know, I
get
was
it.
like,
I'm only
yeah.
used to hitting these through clowns
Yeah,
and houses.
And in Twilight Zones.
And Twilight Zone
Yeah, Twilight
themed
Zones. Yeah.
sets.
God, that stupid Twilight Zone was pissing me off. Those stupid hills. I could not get all the
Dude,
way down.
those are always terrible.
Oh, yeah, and the people
I love that
Yeah.
shit though.
behind us being impatient.
I know. I was
They
like,
wouldn't
"Damn
even
it,
play
rushed
it.
me.
Didn't they just
play
like throw
through."
their balls into the holes and then they're just
Yeah.
like, oh, what's taking you so long? And it's
Shoot,
like,
yeah, we should have just like hit up the bar for the night and then go there at like 9
Dude,
p.m.
that
when no
would've
one's
been a good
there.
idea.
Aqua, didn't you get in trouble
Oh yeah,
for
they're like,
vaping?
you can't vape in here. Like three,
It's
yeah,
Las
like,
like
yeah,
Vegas.
three
fuck
steps.
you, it's Vegas.
3 steps from the casino, like proper. It was in this thing.
Where
yeah,
everyone's
you're
smoking,
It's
yeah.
like okay.
Yeah, you can only vape in the plain section of the Twilight themed course.
Yeah.
This is the
Right
Twilight
next
Zone.
to Mr. Shatner.
The Twilight Zone where smoke.
Yeah, just say it's part of you're giving the vibe. You're just like doing some
well, exactly.
some smoke
The
effects.
everything's backward in the Twilight Zone. In this place, you can't smoke.
Oh yeah, that's actually now that we mention it, I'm gonna find mini golf in New Orleans
yeah.
and we're gonna
Gotta-
fucking play.
Oh, that would be fun.
I want to hit a ball through a gigantic crawdad.
Oh my god.
Just us with
that's funny.
beignets being like one-handed.
Whee!
Love it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, this is
gonna be so
some good ideas. I gotta write these down.
yeah, for sure.
Yes.
I was gonna segue into my story about a foul ball, but you know what? Maybe I'll even save. I'll keep teasing that. I'm gonna keep dangling that one.
No, I love that story. It's my favorite fucking thing. Oh my god, what is it? It's the on Twitch. It's an action thing. I
exclamation
forget
point
what it's
catch.
called. Yes. If you guys ever go on Aqua's Twitch channel, you have to do it. It's so funny.
It's a good story.
Well, what game was that?
2015, April 18th, 2015, Padres at Cubs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
you
it's
need to
in
find
the
it and show it
ninth
to
inning.
Brandon.
Ninth inning, 2 outs, I believe. They almost closed it out then, and then the fucking Padres tied it, but then the Cubs won in extras, so it was all good.
Yeah. You'll have to tell that story. It's so good. Who were you with? Were you with your
My parents
dad?
and a friend from college.
Yeah.
I'll get into the details, and like I say, I'll tease it. Hey, everybody, listen to the next podcast, and the next one
Yep.
after that.
And then
One of
Aqua
these
will
days,
tell
you'll
us.
hear it.
He'll tell us bits
Yeah,
and
yeah,
pieces
it's
every time.
just dangling, it.
All right, wrapping up.
I don't
Yep.
think we had much more to go for. I think that's a pretty good length. All right, and last minute thoughts. Any more questions about torpedo bats?
Not that I can think of, but I'm sure I'll have
I thought
more
Alyssa-
questions the next.
You're like, I love those torpedo bats.
I do. Do they come?
Did they
in
come
one
in a
color?
smaller size? Well, I don't even know what I'm so sick. I'm so sorry.
Sorry,
Yeah,
everyone.
That was disgusting.
Forget
I
he said that.
See, that's why we can get away with anything here.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
'Cause we just,
It's in the title.
yeah, we
people.
we could say illegal things. I don't think so.
Yes.
Does that give us a carte blanche? Like, it's called Really Said That. We can say Free Luigi without a consequence. All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Well, thank you everybody so much for listening to Forget We Said That. Once again, I'm Relytan.
I'm Alyssa Riot.
And I'm Legion Lion at Legion Lion on Twitch. Wherever you're listening to this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating. If you listen to this on YouTube, throw down a comment. We'd love to read it and give us a like. But that's it from us,
that like
guys. Bye-bye. Yeah, smash that like button. See you guys later. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening.
Bye.